So I have a confession to make. I used to be quite rich, actually, but it didn't last too long. It was extremely short-lived. Everything I'm about to share with you today was only possible because my parents decided to buy our first family computer. This is the first time our family was introduced to computers, right? With the exception being my mom, right? My mom knew some basics. She knew how to get around it. She wasn't too fond of us using the internet. You know, she knew exactly what was on the internet, or at least she had a general idea. So she really wanted to prevent me and my siblings from using the internet, right? So when my mom was out of sight, we just went online and searched for free kids games, as you do, you know, because we didn't want to pay for anything and we just wanted to have fun. And the first link we clicked on was a site called coolkidsclub.com. I was a cool kid and I wanted to be part of this club, so I did what any child would do and clicked on the link. A large window covering the whole screen popped up with flashing colors, animations, and the giant words saying I had won $1 million whopping dollars! $1 million! Why are you so excited, dude? You can't read. Roman, we just won $1 million! And we were so excited. We just clicked the claim now button before we let our parents know. And I mean, not like it mattered because they would be so proud of us anyway. And then an automated voice came up.
Congratulations. Fill your address, full name, and you'll receive your prize money in a couple weeks. And whatever you do, don't give anything to the men without faces. No matter what they say, they're lying.
That part didn't sit too well with Roman, but I couldn't care less. Faceless men? What kind of bogus fantasy idea was that? It's so absurd that it must be some tactic to scare people who don't want to be millionaires, right? So I just went on my life, right? What if the men without faces come for us? Poor Roman. If these men have no faces, then wouldn't that mean they have no ears or eyes? Sure. So if that's the case, then they can't hear or see us, right? Meaning they have no idea where we live. I guess. I am so glad you're my little brother, so I can teach you how to be a critical thinker, much like me. And like that, one clear click, and we were millionaires. Within time, we would be swimming in liquid gold, eating gold-topped pizza, riding in gold Lamborghinis, owning 3 gold butlers, and enjoying every golden game on every console on their release dates! Now, we just had to wait for a monetary prize. I was so excited, Roman absorbed my energy, and we were both jumping in place. And we also agreed to keep it a secret so we can surprise our parents until the money came. That way they can pat us on the back for our accomplishments, right? We also considered not telling my parents because then they might try to take our money. I knew my mom had student loans to pay, but I wasn't about to have her take our hard-earned money for her own personal gain. So days passed by slowly, and time was drifting through a stream of syrup. Things were also not going in our favor. My dad had recently received packages of security cameras. He said the crime rate has increased around the area, even though I haven't heard of such things, and he wanted to surround the house with them. Fine, whatever. But then he installed some inside the house. Dad, why are you putting cameras inside our house? I tried pretending like I didn't care too much. I mean, I did care a lot because, I want to hide the money from him, right? And I couldn't let him catch me on camera. Ruby, tú cállate. Yo hago lo que quiero hacer. That had me concerned. And in the meantime, Roman and I made separate lists of what we wanted to buy with our money. His grew day by day, and it got so long, I was worried his expenses would overshadow my dreams. The money would arrive today. I don't know what time. I had to make sure my parents don't see the mountain of cash. But how would I hide such a large heap of it? I worried less about my parents now and had a new worry. Roman was by far my biggest obstacle. I didn't know how I was going to do it, except I did. I had but one choice. I had to destroy him. The doorbell rang and I ran to the door. We got it! I kicked the door open, but there was nothing but a briefcase right there in front of us. Picked it up, peeked inside, and there was money. I shut it quickly and I pulled Roman by his arm to my room. We opened the case and we were slightly disappointed that there was so little money. Where's the rest of our money? What if Roman had taken the rest of the cash? No, I doubt it. There's no way. I was with him all day. So what if this really is just all the money? It doesn't matter if this is $1 million or less, and I was going to keep it all to myself. If I was going to destroy Roman, it had to be now. I grabbed my bat from under my bed and practiced a couple swings before I got right behind his little tiny head. Can you count to double check? I'd do it, but I don't know how to count yet. Of course! He can't count! Yeah, Roman. Let me count the money and then I'll split it with you. Half and half. Go and play video games in the living room and make sure our parents don't come in here, okay? Sound like a plan? She nodded and did as instructed. I got a small notepad, pencil, and began counting. But it was much easier to count because the money was split in chunks with a band saying $10,000. I just had to count that up. And after a couple minutes, I reached $1 million? I was so confused. How? I was expecting a room full of money. I mean, is it really just a suitcase? Really? I split the money evenly, $500,000 and $500,000. Then I moved $900,000 to me and left Roman with $100,000. I was thinking of different ways to get more money from Roman and make it seem like I'm getting less than him, but he opened the door to my room. Ruby? Roman, I'm not done counting yet. Just give me a couple more seconds. There's some weird men standing outside the house. What? I went to the window and saw men in suits standing shoulder to shoulder around our house, and not a single one of those men had a face. Roman, hide the money! That's the man the computer told us about! What should we do? I told you, hide the money! I rushed to the door, but by the time I got there, my dad had let one of the men inside. Rubio, este señor dice que le robaste dinero, ¿es verdad? No, of course not. I've been indoors all week. ¿En serio? Dad, papi, how did you understand him? No los entendimos.
I mean, no lo entendí. ¿No lo entendiste?
Papi, what are you saying? Roman came running out of the living room holding the briefcase, and a large faceless head with many hands on the chain crawled out. Rubio, el dinero es para su abuelita sin patas. Por favor. Computer, how do I make them go away? Rubio, se está muriendo su abuelita. Danos el dinero.
I think we should give them money.
No. I grabbed the suitcase, took Roman's hand, and ran outside. The men stood alongside the sidewalks. Roman and I ran as fast as we could down the road. The road seemed to expand forever. We reached the curvature of the horizon, and yet the road bent alongside the globe. The faceless men, shoulder to shoulder, had no end. The house behind them was the same dull, grayed house with the same dull sky. We ran, and Roman was growing tired. The briefcase was gaining weight. My legs felt like they were going to fall off, and my stomach was ready to reject my breakfast and lunch.
Ruby, I can't run anymore. I can't.
He slowed down to a walk before he collapsed on the asphalt. I stopped to pick him up. Roman, right now is not the time. Oh my fuck! I looked directly in front of me. My heart stopped. I had no idea what was going on, but my house, it was right there, as if I had ran around the earth and got back to the same spot. The figure that once was my dad walked up to me, and a large head followed. Me. Te agarramos bien, Rubio y Roman. What? Estás en la tele, pinche güey. Esos son cámaras. Las cámaras que puse son para la televisión.
That's not funny, Dad. So, there's no money then?
Dinero, no es verdad el dinero. Más a rato vamos a hablar de eso, ¿ok? Dame el case. Dad took the case from my hands and walked me inside as I wiped the remaining tears off my face. Déjame hablar con los de la tele, ¿ok? He shut the door behind us as I made my way to my room, wiping more tears off my face. I was headed upstairs to my room when my dad walked from the living room and cheered. Confused as to how he came from the living room, I made my way towards him. Rubio! Apenas gané $1 million! Wait, what?
He told you not to listen to them, Rubio-kun. Fucking idiot.